Hello year one, welcome to your computing lesson. So today's big question is, how do I create an animation? And actually, you're already halfway there if you've been doing the other computing lessons with us. So the vocabulary that we're focusing on, the new vocabulary, is that word animation. So animation is a movie made from pictures that are made to appear as though they are moving. Okay, so in our Scratch program, it looks like when you put all that sequence of instructions together, it looks like they are moving, but actually it's just pictures that we have drawn that we have manipulated to make it look like they're moving. Because if we look at the background, the trees are not, the leaves aren't blowing in the wind, there's nothing moving in the background, and the actual sprites, the characters, nothing on their body moves, their arms don't move, their legs don't move. We're just manipulating it to make it look like they are moving. And today we're going to be adding in some voice recording too. So very exciting. Let's have a little look at our steps to success. So we're learning to create an animation, and to be able to create an animation, we need to follow these steps. So number one, we need to plan our animation. So decide what exactly we want our animation to look like, what we're going to include. Number two, you need to create your sprites and your background. So even if you've already had a go at making sprites and background and a sequence of instructions, let's try and make a new one today with some new ideas. Number three, create a sequence of instructions for your sprites. Number four, add in a voice recording. So that's the new part that we're going to look at today. And then number five, share your animation with a family member so you can show it off. All right. Before we get going, let's have a little practice with using a keyboard. Can you have another practice at writing your full name? So your first name and your surname. And if you have any middle names, why not add those in today as well? Have a go at typing up your full name on the keyboard. So pause here to have a go at that. Okay, so when you've done that, it's time to plan your animation. So this is my animation plan that I have made for my Gruffalo animation. Now, if you go into Teams, there is a blank version of this plan. So if you'd like to use that, you can, or you can just write it up handwritten and then attach it to the assignment so we can have a little look at the plan, as well as hopefully a little video recording if you can. But do remember that the computing lesson is an optional one. If you can't do any of this, please don't worry. That's absolutely fine. But if you can, we'd love to see all of your work. So we'll split up into three parts. We've got the first part is the sprites. This is where you write down what sprites you're going to include in your animation. Then we have the instructions, so the steps that you want each sprite to take. And then we have the voice recording, so what your sprite is going to say, what you want it to say in your animation. So my first sprite is the mouse. Then the instructions for the mouse is that I want the mouse to speak first because I want it to say, my favourite food is Gruffalo crumble. And then once my mouse has spoken, I want it to move forward and then wait when it reaches the Gruffalo, and then move forward again. I've put repeat that. I want it to keep going forwards as if it's chasing the Gruffalo. And then underneath I've got my other sprite, the Gruffalo. The instructions for the Gruffalo is I'm going to make it jump when the mouse catches up. So jump as if it's scared. And move forward, and again keep moving forward as if it's running away from the mouse. But I'm also going to add in some speech for the Gruffalo as well. I'm going to get the Gruffalo to say, Gruffalo crumble, just like in the story. Okay, so we've got your sprite goes in this box, or in this column. The instruction, what you want that sprite to do when you create the animation, go in this box. And then what you want the sprite to say in your voice recording goes in this box. Okay, so have a go now at planning what do you want your animation to look like before you go on to the Scratch app. Okay, so when you've done that then, guys, let's have a look at what exactly we're going to be doing to add in our speech today. Just bear with me a moment. I'll stop sharing my screen. And share the Scratch screen. Lovely. So I've got my animation ready to go. I created my mouse, the mouse and the Gruffalo are just here. And I have created the sequence for both characters. Okay, so that's the first part done, the part that we've already looked at and had a go at before. I've made my background, I've made my 2 sprites, and I've made a sequence of instructions. So I've added a couple of extra bits in. I'll just talk you through them now, just in case you wanted to use them in yours. So this movement piece here is, it means repeat. Now the one that I put at the end before was to repeat the whole sequence. This one just repeats whatever movement blocks are inside. So you can see it's one, I'll just move it away. You can see that that's one big movement block, whatever movements you put in between, and you can put more than one in as well. Let me just show you. So you can put more than one in. And it means that it just repeats that block or those blocks that you put in the middle. So I added that into mine. And then I've also added in an end block. So once it's completed all of those instructions and it's repeated that block 20 times, because I put the number 20 in here, then the mouse will stop. And I've done the same with the Gruffalo. I've got a stop block at the end as well, so that when he's done all those things, he will stop, and that will be the end of the animation. Okay, so now we are going to have a go at adding in a voice recording. So if I go back to the mouse, I know that on my plan, I'm checking it in front of me, on my plan, that I want the mouse to say, my favourite food is Gruffalo Crumble. Now, last week I did it as a speech bubble, but today I'm going to actually record my own voice saying what I want the mouse to say. So remember, on my instructions, I said I wanted the mouse to speak first. So I'm going to put the voice recording straight after the green flag. So I need to go onto the green button here. And if you look, you can see a microphone there, a picture of a microphone. And this is a recording I've already made, but I'm going to show you how to make a new one. So this little puzzle piece here with the dots around the edge, that's how you create a new one. So if you select that, and it comes up with this little box. And to record what you want to say, you need to press this button here. That is the record button. So have it in your head what you're going to say. Now I know I'm going to say, my favourite food is Gruffalo Crumble. I'm going to try and say it in a really squeaky little mouse voice. So, ready? My favourite food is Gruffalo Crumble. And then I press that square button there. That means stop. And then I can listen back to it to see if that's what if I like it. So I'm going to press the play button to listen to it. My favourite food is Gruffalo Crumble. Oh. Okay, I think I'm going to go for that one. So I need to press on the tick. And then drag down that puzzle piece that I've just created. Not like that. Oh no, I just deleted it. Right, let's try again. Sorry about this, guys. Okay, let's try again. So press the record. My favourite food is Gruffalo Crumble. Stop. Listen again. My favourite food is Gruffalo Crumble. Yep. Okay, give it a tick. And then I'll drag it down to go here. Add the rest of the instructions in. So let's have a look and see if this works then. So this will just be, actually I might set off the other one. I might set off the Gruffalo. I'm going to press the green flag to see what happens. My favourite food is Gruffalo Crumble. And then the instructions keep going. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to press this stop button because if you remember in my plan, I said that I wanted my Gruffalo sprite to speak as well. So where do I want to make him speak? Now, I think he needs to say, Gruffalo crumble, as soon as the mouse gets near to him, bumps into him, because he's going to be quite shocked and quite scared. So I'm going to move apart these instructions, and I'm going to record a new voice recording. So clicking on here again, and record. Gruffalo crumble! Stop and let's listen. Gruffalo crumble! Okay, yes, I'm going to use that one. So I'm going to drag it down to here and put my sequence of instructions back together. Okay, so now I've added voice recordings for both of my sprites. I'm going to press this green flag and see what happens. Enjoy my animation. Now he's chasing him through the woods. Okay, right. I'm sure that you guys can do a much better job than I have of this. You're probably a lot better with technology than I am. So enjoy exploring. And as I said, if you want to use the planning sheet that I used for mine, you can find that on Teams. And then please do share it with us in the assignment as well. All right, enjoy. Bye.